Hey there, I am JB and we're here of course with some more RoadCraft. In last episode, well, I thought I did a lot, but apparently I only did 13% of the map. However, I did finish off all of the side objectives and I want to get into it right away. We are going to need to fix up the concrete plant, which the first thing we need to do is reach 3 locations. That wouldn't be too difficult. Now, I've seen a post on Steam that some people were saying, man, Sunken is one heck of a map. And then a couple of other people actually commented that there is another map that is just as fun as Sunken. And I'm, very looking forward to that. Alright, location 1. Alright, location number 2. There we go.
Okay, I think we've seen enough for now. It will take some time and effort to bring it back up, but this concrete plant could still work. Great job investigating. Most of the time I believed in you. Just being honest. Exactly as we thought. No power, and we can't run a plant like that. To lay a new cable, we'll need to clear out some trees first. Luckily, my database shows there's a harvester in the sawmill's garage. I think you know what to do. Drive over there and see if that harvester is still working. But of course you can't run a plant with a damaged water supply pipe either. So, once you get there, you'll want to clear the driveways for the trucks and repair the water pipe.
Alright, let's see. Where is the harvester at? It's just around here. Okay, that's not too bad. Ah, yeah, this is what I mean. Every time this bridge. I'm going to fix this bridge. No bridge is available. Wow, okay. Now I think what I would also like to do is get a tree stump grinder out and just remove these stumps down here and or at the other side of this train track. Alright, give it to me. And we also got 3 logs, which is very nice. There we go.
Great work! Now, all we need to do is fix up the plant's power supply. You'll want to use the harvester to cut down the trees around the transformer station. Besides, we need the logs. And killing 2 birds with 1 stone is the environmentally responsible thing to do, figuratively speaking.
What is this? Right, we got a big crane to remove that stuff. We need to clear out this road. And right down here, just like in the demo, we need to remove some stuff so we can get the power line all the way up to here. And the first thing that I actually would like to do is get the grinder. Now let's spawn this thing right out here at a base, and or I'm going to need to have a truck because this thing is super duper slow. Let's take this old one for that. Now I've also seen we got a new vehicle unlocked, but I could already guess that it's this guy, and or there might be another one. Right, this guy. Oh, there are 2 kinds of them. Right, look at that. That is different. Oh, I like those wheels. That's very old school. Alright, time to grind some stuff out here. And I'm also wondering if this thing can, get some trees down. So by doing this down here, I'm making like a freeway right out here so we can get around that way. I might need to push this cart a little further than this one. Alright, it is about 1 hour later and I've been preparing a lot of stuff. So as you can see, I have a convoy ready, which is for the Forestry mission where we're going to connect up the power to the concrete factory. I also got this stuff with me, and it all has to do with this beautiful road that I've been making right down here because you cannot make a bridge and I don't like to mess around with the mud. Now I also have another objective. An objective. Anyways, there is this power here, right? And there is this Western radio station. Now it is very simple. If you connect this up, you're gonna get 4,200 bucks and you're gonna get 3,700 experience points. Now this vehicle here has 1 piping, and that 1 pipe is going to be used right down here. We're going to clean up the area, we're going to fix the pipe, and so we got a couple of objectives ready. However, I'm going to need to move after that this whole convoy with forestry equipment all the way right out here, along with our cable layer machine that is right here right now. And the road, you know, there is a bit of a road going. It's not too far off from the main road and here at the base. So maybe I'll just spawn the cable layer down here. It's just a small little drive. Yeah, so with that being said, let's actually do something. So I'm very excited for all of this, since I've been adding a lot of preparation work into this. Yeah, this little road here is gonna save so much time messing around, trying to get around these tree stumps that are no more here, and there was like a lot of mud. But this road is just perfect. And yeah, I couldn't, you know, grind up a tree, so I just bashed against it and then the tree fell. Like, I'm not sure what I was thinking, grinding up a whole tree while if you push them over they will disappear by themselves. Alright, so this is not going to be too hard of a job. We got this beautiful large crane down here, which I'm looking very much forward to. You know what, let's fix this pipe first. Gonna be a quick job, because there is no pipe in there. Wow, that was real quick. Okay, now we need to get rid of these vehicles, which I'm not gonna try to use this as a tow, a backwards tow, if you would. Move them offside, like this is a super easy job. No. You know, how do I even get this done? Just how? It was a simple job. I'm so lucky that the engine didn't stall. And beautiful. Alright, this objective here has been fixed. Right, let's get into this thing. And oh yeah. Okay, can I make like a tower? Maybe one more. Maybe not. Well, careful. Ha. Just a little bit more. Don't want it to tip over. And let go. Yes. Alright, let's see how that looks like. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Alright, the one thing I just want to take a quick little look at is if we come from that road, we want to have a bit of like quick access to where we need to be, right? Now well, we can basically go around here though. There's a silly battles, always so troublesome. Battles and rocks. I can lift it a tiny bit and just move it about. There we go. And then there should be nothing obstructing our way, because this is the entrance to the concrete factory. Very good. Alright, so with that being done, let's start laying the cable around here. It should not be too difficult. It's just basically gonna go straight. It's like a little line where there's like no trees at all, and left and right it's like a forest. There are some tree stumps ahead, but once we get there I just want to take a little look, because there's also a road. Maybe in this case I will use the road, and of course I have to see if the radio tower, how the road goes from the main road. Because maybe in the future Kelly be like, oh, you need to do a convoy, and then I don't want this road to be too much troublesome. Like, okay, that's not going to be an issue because we can go around here, and yeah, that's nothing. So let's use this road so we don't have to mess around with all these tree stumps. And almost. There we go. Alright, that is another couple $1,000 and some experience points, and no trouble at all to just do it. Now of course the only thing here is that I need to move this thing all the way to the other side of the map, and I did try before to put this thing onto the flatbed, the light blue one from the beginning, but it likes to make wheelies way too much that you cannot steer, so it's a bit too heavy. Sometimes even that thing has issue because this machine weighs so much apparently. And beautiful. Now the one thing I do wish in this game is that you can name trucks, because you can understand that if you have, for an example, right down here, this truck, you got some stuff ready to move out, right? And you want to have another truck spawn at your base, you have this bit of an issue that you cannot really kind of know. Well, maybe. Now I'm looking at it. This means that the character is inside of the vehicle. But if you, well, didn't know this, which I didn't before, you could never know which one is which, right? And you don't want to spawn the wrong vehicle. But I see what is the trick here. I think I'm going to need to make a video out of this. Now here's a little trick. What if you have two of the same vehicles? One of them is empty, which you want to spawn back at your base, while the other one contains vehicles on it, which you don't want to spawn back at your base. How would you know which one is which? Well, go to the vehicle that you want to spawn back at your base, which in my case is this one. And once you're inside of it, the game will actually show that the player is inside of it. Then you can safely spawn this vehicle back at your base without having to worrying that you got the wrong vehicle. Alright, I think, you know, that will make it clear. It's good to know. Alright, so in this case, we can spawn this. You know, I actually don't think that I'm really going to need a trailer for this because its slash is around the corner. But we do have the other trailer with forestry equipment, and I need to be sure that I can actually drive to the location, right? Or else it will be all for nothing. I think I forgot to put the handbrake on the big boy. Hopefully it won't fly off. Okay, and then I think I need to go there. To the right. Very muddy out here. It's a good test because this thing is super duper heavy.
Just you look at this place. You'd think with all the industrial capacity, they'd at least take some precautions. You know, just in case something goes wrong. But no, they'd rather save a few bucks here and there, while they could easily save themselves a whole lot more in the long run.
Kelly was saying we need those logs, and I think I remember in the demo what I basically did is I picked up those trees, and before I, you know, cut them down, as in, you know, take the branches off and stuff, I basically positioned the trees on such a way that the logs instantly were falling onto this vehicle, so you don't have to do extra grabbing. Now let's go in first person so I see way lesser. Aye. Okay, so I think I remember correctly, we just gotta go up close. Press 1. It will do it automatically. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, the first one might go wrong. I think it will put his arm like forwards and then up. But check it out. No, it doesn't. It just moves it offside and it puts it the other way around. Okay. Yeah, it goes as planned. Very good. Okay, we're gonna aim it out. Slash is that we have a nice 90-degree corner. Okay, and then press number 1. Perfect. Almost. So it seems like I'm going to need to park it a little bit closer. You know, if I would be insanely rich someday, like absolutely ridiculous rich, I want to buy one of these vehicles, cut down a tree like that, come at my girlfriend on Valentine, bring the whole tree. I don't think she's going to appreciate that. She loves trees. I mean, I love to, but you know, I think it still would be funny. Okay, that was a little bit better. I cleared everything up. Now I do notice that, you know, at some point there is so many logs in this thing, it doesn't really want to put in more log because it's getting way too high. So I basically left out 1. There are 2, however, because for some reason one of the trees actually fell forward while it was stuck into the machine, so I couldn't move it at all. Beautiful, beautiful. I cleared out the whole road all the way to the cement factory, so there should not be any issues. And another thing I noticed is that there are no small rocks, which in the demo there were some small rocks, and apparently so many people had issues with it that they removed it. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. We have no more infrastructure objectives. Oh, we need to bring it. Oh, of course, here's the sawmill. Oh man, I've been so blind. Okay, look at that. That's very good. Maybe a little forward. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. So we got 2 beautiful logs left. We got 3 extra logs.
I suppose it's about time we got that power supply going. Installing the power cable should be pretty straightforward now that you've cleared out the trees. But there's one catch. Since it's concrete we're talking here, we can't have the mixer stop once the process has started. This means that we need not only a new power cable, but a backup power source too, in case something goes haywire. Luckily, there's one at the transformer station. So, you can fetch it when you're done installing the power cable, or the other way around. Create your own destiny.
Oh, very good. Well, I'm glad I'm working ahead of time. Right, we have a transit point. Okay, let's see the objective. Might make more sense. Okay, deliver an object from A to B. Now, of course, first I would like to see how big is this thing exactly. So far, it seems like it's just gonna fit right in here. It's just gonna be perfect. Hopefully. You know, it's just about it, ain't it? Going to need to change the anchor point here for a second. Attach it. Trying to reel it in for a bit. Okay. Ah, man, this thing requires precision work. It's just about it. That's the whole issue here. Need to be so careful, because if it gets out of the bed again, then it loses its precision completely. Yes! Look at this. Perfect. Man. Ah, I'm so happy. Strap it on. Look at that. You try it yourself. Come on. There you go. Perfect. Look at that. We finally did it. Holy moly.
The concrete plant's power woes are finally over. It's ready for its grand reopening, courtesy of your efforts. Well, maybe not so grand, but still, the only thing left to do is start delivering the concrete slabs. Plot a route from the concrete plant to the warehouse nearby.
It's gonna go straight. Let's see if I can do this in the least number of lines or dots. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. Yeah. This push, I mean, if you 3 push hard enough, this pipe will go out of the way. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You know what would be funny? In RoadCraft 2, if you use lesser dots, you will receive bonus money. And a little mini game, right? Oh! There we go.
Well done! Now we have a steady supply of concrete. No need to cut the ribbon. Though, if you find one, you're welcome to do so. Now that you've restarted the relay, its transmitters have enough power to let us talk anywhere. But we've got to restore the whole system to provide reliable coverage for everyone. Our workers need equipment. And I know just where to get it. When the hurricane hit the eastern quarry, they evacuated, leaving behind a whole bunch of climbing equipment. I know you're just itching to check it out, so I won't stop you. And if the equipment's still there, take it to the workshop. That's not all, though. We have the tower frame ready at the steel mill, but guess what? Yep, we'll need a road to transport it from the steel beams facility to the workshop. And while you're at it, set a route to deliver the radio electronics there as well.
Well, that was a mouthful, which we now can also build some bridges. Very good, finally. Alright, we got, you know, I don't even have to look here because we don't have any this stuff, right? Which is from there to somewhere. The climbing equipment to the workshop is from this area, which you can find one forklift. We got this guy, which we're going to need to do this one, which is from 2. Aha. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, that's different. Sure, but we are, of course, going to do this all in the next episode. I'm really looking forward to it because we have done quite a lot, like setting up power factories and all that good stuff, which basically I'm really wondering what will come up as in objective wise. I'm going to bring this guy already to the climbing equipment / ish. So we can just right away start with that in the next episode.